The Bible says that God will not change his mind. So, what's the point of prayer? This is why context is so important. The Bible never indicates that God won't change direction or change his action in response to us. It indicates that his nature and character will not change, and that he does not lie or break covenant promises. The main two verses that get quoted where a prophet says to somebody that God will not change his mind, in context are both statements that God will not break his covenant. In 1 Samuel 15:29, when Samuel is talking to Saul and says, God is not a man that he should change his mind, he is directly saying that God is not like an unfaithful man that will break his covenant. The context is that the covenant says that if a king in Israel disobeyed God, their position of authority or kingship would be removed. Saul is just really massively disobeyed, and Samuel has told him that the covenant consequences will stand and that God is not going to change the covenant conditions for him. In Numbers 23:19, Balak, the king of Moab, hires Balaam to curse Israel. It is almost the opposite scenario in that the covenant says anyone who blesses Israel will be blessed and anyone who curses Israel will be cursed. In this context, again, the line that God does not change his mind directly means he does not break his covenant. Balaam points back to the covenant and says, I can only do what God says. God will not change his mind. He will not change his covenant. He'll not change his promises to Israel. I cannot curse them. These are not statements saying God will not interact with us in real ways, or that God will not change direction as our position in him changes. It doesn't mean he will not move in response to prayer. These are specific statements about his covenant faithfulness. It is not a contradiction to say God will not make a promise and break it, and also say that he interacts with our prayers in a real way. These are two completely different topics, and it can really mess people up when they confuse them. Always remember, context is king.